Watch out. There may be a new creature sniffing around your neighborhood. Ho, ho, ho. Talking about encroaching bears with Ranger Mary Ann Bonnell. Nice to see you.
It's so great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Look at you, even have your ranger hat on. You're so official.
Got to protect from the sun.
We have some photos here that I want to talk about, taken from remote cameras. They're bear candid cameras, so to speak, kind of, which is interesting. I want to talk about why bears are so active right now.
So bears are active right now because for a bear, it's time to get ready for hibernation, which means eating about 20,000 calories a day. Now, to give you a sense of perspective, I'm fond of vanilla shakes. That's about 39 vanilla shakes.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding, every day. So a bear needs to eat that much food to get ready for hibernation and to survive hibernation in a healthy way.
So their
mission is food.
And what kind of behaviors can we watch the bears do right now?
Well, they are
eating?
Basically foraging. And so anything to do with eating, anything to get access to food, anything for finding food, anything for getting to food areas is all what a bear is about.
And what kind of foods are we talking about?
Bears love berries. So we were just up Golden Gate Canyon yesterday at one of our properties, and the raspberries are just coming into this gorgeous red. So I was thinking, oh, a bear would love to be here. We've got plums, choke cherries, even some oak, some oak that they would eat, so nuts. And then also occasionally they'll eat some food items like a carcass or something if they come across a deer.
So give us some signs. How do we know that a bear is nearby? What should we look for?
So one of the things you can look for is if you've got a muddy trail, you might actually see a bear track. And so this is a bear track from an adult. You've got the 5 toes and the claws. And actually size-wise, they're just about the same size as our palm of our hand.
That's a big bear though.
This is a pretty good sized bear. Yeah, this is an adult. This is going to be their front foot. I also brought the rear foot. Now this is a juvenile, but when they walk, their rear foot, they actually put their heel down. So it looks almost like a human track when you see the rear foot of a bear.
It really does. So look for the paw prints then.
You can look for paw prints in the trail. The other thing is I brought my own poop with me. Oops,
she dropped
I just dropped it. But anyway, you can look on the trail. Bears actually will oftentimes scat right in the middle of the trail. And so you can see this is full of berries and full of pits and things like that to show you what the bear's been eating. So those are some things you can look for is scat and tracks, and you can drop it right here. I'll just leave it right here in the 9 News backyard.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful? Let's see what happens with Kathy Saban a little bit later tonight, what she'll be doing. Okay, so how do we prevent bears from getting too close to us?
So one of the things we can do is be really conscious about this idea that they're very interested in food. So what that looks like to us is not giving them any reason to investigate around our homes, our campsites, our vehicles, our equipment for food. So if you're grilling on your back porch and you live adjacent to bear country, you're going to want to run that grill a little bit longer to burn the extra fat off.
Okay.
If you're camping, you absolutely have to practice bear-aware tactics, which means keep your food separate from your campsite. Don't wear the things you grilled into bed, all that kind of stuff.
Really? Oh my gosh, I would have never thought about that.
You have to think, and there's some great resources online to remind people how to be bear safe. Also things as simple as if you have bird feeders in your backyard, this time of year, a hungry bird sees a bird feeder as an opportunity. So you want to think about even removing things like that during this time of year.
What happens if you come face to face to a bear? Is it true that you're supposed to play dead or no?
No. So for black bears, it's different. With black bears, you can actually scare them off. So one of the things you're supposed to do is make yourself look big, kind of announce your presence using a very kind of calm voice. And then if the bear still continues to approach, do something like make a noise. Actually there was a story today on the radio that a gentleman scared off a bear with a ringtone. His phone rang as the bear was approaching, and the bear got scared from the phone ring.
Isn't that funny? So you don't have to be like, screaming at him.
No, but you do want to assert yourself as a human being, and you do want to try to appear big, and just stay calm and don't run away, because you're not going to be able to outrun a bear.
You mentioned that's good for black bears. Brown bears, are they pretty prevalent here in
Brown
Colorado?
bears we don't have, and we don't need to. So everything we're talking about here relates to black bears.
And it seems like each year is a little bit different on bear encounters. It's based on food, availability. What's the expectation for this year?
So
what do you think?
The good news is this year we had lots of rain. And so we've got a really good crop of berries and bear foods. And so that tends to, when we've got that kind of situation, that tends to lessen the impact of conflict with humans. So we're hopeful that this fall we'll have fewer conflicts because we just have more food for bears.
Right.
But that's also something to think about. If you're hiking, leave the food for the bears. The berries look really good, but we should leave those for the bears. We have a grocery store we can go to, just leave the berries to ripen for the animals that want eat them.
bears.
Exactly. Yeah,
They're not
don't
like your
feed
little
bears.
doggies.
No,
Okay.
not a good idea.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This was really fun.
You can follow this lady. She has so many great details and tips for you. Follow Mary Ann Bonnell online. You can go to their website, which is jeffco.us/parks. Find all kinds of information on the site, including classes, programs, events, even tours. Plan your next outdoor adventure with the help of Jefferson County Open Space Online.